Okay, everybody, I haven't finished this video. I'm gonna watch it to the end, but here's the deal. I'm gonna leave a link to this. I want you all to understand these people. These people do this, they're doing it to debunk targeted individuals. They will not come in contact with a targeted individual because what they are saying will get debunked. It will get debunked. You don't believe me that people are out there stalking us target individuals? Just check out Nappy Head of Roots' channel, and I will leave a link in the description to that. You don't believe people are not beaming people with directed energy weapons? Check out many different target individuals channel. Check out Daniel Zacchaeus. He goes into full detail about that. Check out Volker Wolverine's channel. Check out my channel. You'll see that many different target individuals have devices even before 5G was laid out. And what happened was that they were literally either in motion or standing still, and they were still being induced with high doses of radiation. How do you explain that? A phone doesn't give off that much radiation. It does give off radiation, but not at no fucking 300 to 400 watts of radiation. No, it doesn't. It sickens me to see this though, man, that people do this kind of crap. But I know they do it. Look at how many subscribers this guy has. 1.4K. 1.4K. Look at how many people liked this shit. 125 people liked this video. Chemtrails do exist, okay? You want proof of what is in that shit? Look at my guide channel. Look at the videos I have laid on it. Understand the people who are lying to you just want that shit to keep going out. That's why they're lying. They're being paid off to let the lie fucking continue. To let this shit continue. That's why they want it. That's why they come after us. That's why they debunk everything we say. That's why they lie. That's why they hide things. That's why they change things. That's why they use these weapons on us, and they will literally target anybody who finds out the truth. Because the people amongst you are allowing it. But it's not everybody. And half the people they hire aren't even aware of the full damn truth. Again, I've already left the comment down. It wasn't a threatened message, but I just basically just put the shit on blast. And I'm going to leave links. Oh yeah, I'm going to leave some links. You don't believe me that people ain't doing that shit? You need to check out Nappy Head of Roots channel. He has been able to catch these assholes in the act. You don't believe me that I'm not going through this shit? Look at my older videos when I actually did a detour. I did it. I feel like I've done enough to show my case. I could literally film all of this shit that they're doing, you know? I could literally go out and do that. And they would show up and do exactly what they've been doing for so long. And that's just the bottom line to it, man. People are doing this shit. The same people who are going around. I want everybody to understand that the people who make videos like this, they will not contact a targeted individual. They won't unless we find them. I guarantee you, if I actually go ahead and contact that, oh wow. Oh wow. I'm looking at the comments right now. You have got to be kidding me. You see this? I hope people see this. There's my comment. Like I said, chemtrails are real. And if you need proof, get a sample of rainwater after one is came out there. Get yourself a clean bucket or a clean container. Get yourself some rainwater. Put that in the microwave, which gives off negative ionized radiation, right? Look at that water underneath the microscope, and you can't tell me there ain't stuff growing in that. You can't tell me there's nothing growing in that. You can't. I guarantee you're going to find that. I guarantee you're going to find metallical particles, aluminum type particles all throughout that stuff. But it's supposed to be vapor, right? Man, dude. You see this, people? Delusional paranoia, schizophrenia. These are the bullshit terms they use against us so they can keep doing their fucking tyrannic bullshit. These are the stuff that they do. These are the terms that they use. This is what they do, man. This is just what they do. You see, they go after a channel that doesn't have as much clear evidence. Here's the problem. You need to see it from the target individual's perspective. When you see it from our perspective, directly as we are seeing it as we walk out, that's why I did the video from when I went grocery shopping heading out. You could see everything as I was leaving after I had paid off my rent. If you check that video out, you'll see me leaving out. You'll see people literally coming out of the fucking bushes, bending their asses over. You'll see me going to the grocery store. But before then, I passed by the local bar. Woman coming out of there with a freaking red bandana on. A red bandana. I go up into the store. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of people just so happen to be parked in certain areas doing various obvious things. And several other obvious things of which I had also was talking about how I was getting before I even did that video. How I was talking about how I was going to get that borax stuff. Hang on. Turn that shit off. How I was talking about how I was going to get borax. That too, man. All of a sudden, how many other TIs, because I swear, before I even did that video, I was talking to other TIs and these were females. And they were telling me like what they would do is they would have a particular item but they would leave it at the top shelf and at the far back part of it so they couldn't get it. They would have to struggle just to get it. Reason why I said that was a sign from that was a little bit of a sign from the Most High is because I believe the Most High used them to get me something early that I needed. And it wasn't hard at all for me to get it because there was something in arm's length reach for me to get it so quickly. You see, they were hoping I would struggle. That didn't happen. I'm gonna leave a link to this video. I'm gonna let you all watch this for yourself, but I want you all to understand this is the kind of bullshit that's going on. Every time I find these assholes on YouTube, anywhere on social media, I'm gonna expose them. Every time I see it, I will call them out. I will leave the evidence down for people to see so they'll literally get their head out of their ass and actually see the truth for what it is. Because I'm telling you, us target individuals, if stuff really goes too far south, we're not going to stick around for this. No. Because, I mean, what would be the point? All of us wants to get the hell out of here already. I mean, who the hell wants... It's bullshit that we have to go through this on a daily basis, man. Mind control. All of this type of directed energy weapons actually exist. Why would they be so desperate to put 5G out without even testing it? Can they explain that? Can they also explain why why in the hell would the CIA be putting subliminal messaging through your television screen, through your cable? Can they explain what's the need for that? They have a form that tells you that the shit is legit, that they really do that. Oh, wait, you didn't know that they didn't have flashes through your television screen, literally just programming you? So here's my question. If they are programming people, right? Since they're putting this shit in the air, which they are, who's the real fucking criminal here? Who really is the real fucking criminal here? I'm just curious. I'm real curious because it's not targeted individuals. No, absolutely not. No. Want to know who it is? It's the assholes putting that shit in the sky. The ones who are paying them off to do it. The ones who are ordering them to do it. It's the assholes who are supporting this tyrannical tyranny, which is going on and plaguing the world now. It's the assholes who put the subliminal messaging through your TV screens. It's the assholes who put the fucking programming through your TV screens. Eddie Griffith said it best, and he told you the truth. Read a book, turn the TV off for a week and see how long you could survive. People can't do it. They're too addicted, and they don't understand why. You want to know why? Because you were programmed to be addicted to fucking technology is why. Pardon my language, but this kind of crap, honestly, it makes me sick to my stomach that people would literally do this. There are people dying, and the targeted individual he is talking about is in New York City. Do you know how many nurses have reached out desperately trying to say that they are killing people over there? I hope people understand the magnitude of this, or how serious the situation is, because, man, dude, man, I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't even have some asshole going around talking shit about my own damn channel. But you know what? You want to know something? You want to know something? And this is to the people who are listening right now. I guarantee you, if there is an asshole somewhere out there doing it, they have not contacted me. They have not said shit to me. I've even talked to a guy who was talking about Targeted Citizens channel. I asked him a question. You seem to really have a lot of things to bring up, and you have a lot of questioning, yet you never show your face. Why? Why is that? Why don't you show your face? Granted, when I go out, I wear a respirator because I don't want to breathe that crap that they put in the skies. I wear laser glasses because they beam your eyes. If they weren't doing this, I wouldn't have a need to wear this crap. So I have my excuse. But this guy and some other dude wants to talk about targeted individuals, but they never go. You want to know what they do? They never go for the channels with the obvious evidence. They never do. They will never do that. They will never do that. And you want to know something? I tell you why. Ooh, excuse me. I have yet to see one of them talk shit about Nappy Headed Roots' channel. I've yet to see that. And I swear if I do, I'm going to be... I think that would be the time I lose all hope for any of these people, man. Because they still have the choice to change their wicked ways, to change this, to wake the fuck up. They still have a choice. They still have a chance. But if they are so far dumbed down to where they just saying, oh, well, no, this guy is crazy after seeing the stuff that's on his channel. Oh, no. I'm already guaranteed that I'm going off grid, but that would make it even more of a necessity to go off grid than it already is, because these people would be so far dumbed down that there's no hope. No hope and no helping them, man. And they will see it to it that they destroy you along with their stupidity, their own stupid mindset, and a selfishness for own self-satisfaction and self-sustainability. It's not sustainability for their kids. It's not sustainability for their families. It's sustainability for themselves. That's it. They will program and use these weapons of subliminal messaging and manipulation on people who don't want to do the shit that they're being forced to do. Some of us have woken up and realized that a lot of us were programmed by this bullshit for many different things. And every day we are victims of subliminal messaging. We are victims of this bullshit, this manipulative bullshit that's trying to force us to commit crimes, trying to force us in many different things. Several people have been raped. Several people have been sexually abused by these weapons. Some people have had their minds raped. Some people have literally had their whole life shattered, relationships broken up, families torn apart, literally forced in the form of homelessness. And these assholes think they're innocent? Are you fucking crazy? And you want to know something? This is why they will never, ever contacted a TI directly. I don't believe this guy ever did contacted that targeted individual, because you want to know why? He would have said something on this video here. He would have been alerted about it. Yet, I bet you I will not see his channel on here at all, unless some other targeted individual warned him about this. But each time, I want other fellow TIs to literally put these channels that do this kind of shit on alert. Let every TI know what they're doing and what they're doing. Please let them know, because this is the kind of stuff that they don't want us to find. They don't want us to catch them in the act, because you see what's going to happen each time we catch this kind of shit. Each time we do, their crap is debunked, because we bring the truth that they are dumbing them down from, and they can't do a damn thing about it. Why do you think they're attacking our channel so much? Why do you think they're doing that? Why do you think that they're trying to set this shit up to where they're hiring extra perps? Let me tell you something about these extra perps from what I've noticed. The only thing I see through them, I see right through them too. All I see is desperation and ignorance. That's it. I don't even bother filming them. In case you haven't noticed, I don't even bother filming them anymore. Why? Well, check out Brian 2 and you'll understand. Brian 2 goes into great detail about what these perps are doing. They want you to start filming it, for one thing. They will, because you see, when you want to know something that it does, sure, it does give you evidence, but what good does that do you when this shit is coming from the FBI? You see, it's not so much as the police, it's not so much as the FBI, not the government that's going to help you with this, but the fellow people who are not awakened yet. Those are the ones who we need to show this evidence to. Those are the ones who mainly count. That's where the shit counts. But you got to be careful, because these assholes love to play camouflage. But you need to understand that people they hire are not fully involved in the shit, and they only have absorbed information of which they were told, which the opposition just wants them to know, but they don't want them to know the full story. They don't want them to know that people are being mind controlled and mind raped on the fucking daily. They don't want to know that they got these satanic ritual bullshit going around. They don't want to know that as soon as you send your kid to school, that these assholes plan on frying your children. And yes, I really wish this wasn't the case. I really wish this wasn't real. I'm not trying to spread fear. I'm just looking to spread awareness, because this shit, man, is insane. It is insane in so many ways. The people who are around me, my particular perps, they know every detail of every information that I'm bringing out to you all. So they know this. So I want you all to understand, they are comfortable with this. They have no problem sending their kids to school to be fried. They have no problem. I feel bad for them, really. I feel bad, because there's no telling what's going to happen. I mean, I just don't know what to say. I honestly don't know. And I'm just like, I can't believe people can be this damn dumb. But seeing half the shit on the internet, I'm not too far surprised. But it just makes me somewhat grateful that I did not have start a family of my own. You know, I would be able to protect my family, but here's the problem: you can only do so much. What's gonna happen when you gotta send your kids to school? What's gonna happen when they're out there? And here's the problem, man. Whatever you don't pick up, whatever negative things you don't pick up from your family, you pick up from others. Your family can be responsible, but what about regular individuals? And half the time nowadays, not even family members are responsible. I want people to understand this is what they're doing. They will use these weapons in a manipulative manner to force people, to force them. The longer you don't do something that they are trying to get you to do, the more they amp the shit up. So understand, targeted individuals who are under remote manipulation, remote neural monitoring, we're basically being tortured on a daily basis. We are being tortured, okay? Tortured. It's constant manipulation 24/7 without any breaks. That's why we got to get the shielding. What other choice do we have? You think people want to go through this shit? No. Oh, dude. See that? Conspiracy theories? I just want people to see this. Because this dumb shit is heartbreaking, man. It really is, just to see how stupid people are. And this is to the people this is my message to the people following this bullshit that they're promoting. They don't want you in their shit. Okay? They don't. They don't want you in the new stupid fucking world order that they got planned. They want to kill you off. They don't want you in that. Did you not see? And people talked about this. Fellow targeted individuals showed this, okay? They showed this. That they don't want people who are at a certain type of IQ level within the society they're trying to bring up. You honestly think that they want you in that shit? Yeah, go ahead and keep accepting those trinkets that they're giving you. See where that's going to get you. A wise man once said, something that seems far too good tends to be very bad in the end. You need to understand deception. They were paying farmers off to put GMO into the crops. Did they not tell them to shut their stuff down? And not even just tell them, they forced them. The only people who are even in businesses right now, man, are just a short few. I don't know if it was regular, the ones who are not promoting GMO, that they just did that too. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. For all people who don't know, GMO was a deadly substance, and I'm not speaking nonsense, I'm speaking the truth. This stuff was banned in other countries due to the fact that it was killing off certain insecticides that were a necessity to the ecosystem. Butterflies were dying off as a result of these crops. The bees were too. Here's the thing. There's going to be some serious issues and some serious trust issues that's going to come up in the next coming months when the shit really hits the fan. What do you think people are going to say and think when they see other individuals throughout their neighborhood when stuff gets so scarce and food becomes so expensive that you could barely afford it? But they're telling you can't grow food in your own damn home. They're telling you can't grow a garden on the outside of your home. That, no offense, but that seems like a forced starvation to me. So why, if they truly have the people's best interest at heart, why are you starving people? I'm talking to you, government. I'm talking to you, psyops. Why are you starving people? Why? Why are you if people don't want 5G, why is it still here? Why'd you have people covertly installing this stuff even before it was legally signed in Congress? Why? Why are we hearing that this shit was going on even far as back as December of last year? Why is it that people from a younger age are being attacked by this tyrannical bullshit that they are pilfering? Why? And for you to label them off as criminals at an older age, are you fucking kidding me? You sit there and you traumatize a fucking child from a younger fucking age, and then as an end result as to whatever that child does at an older age, you're just gonna sit there and play the blame game? Have you lost your fucking mind? Have you seriously lost your mind? The victim is the person being manipulated. I'm just scrolling through these comments because I want people to see just the disgustingness behind this, man, and the seriousness of this, of how I'm going to be on the lookout for more people who are doing this. This is like the third person I've caught doing something like this. That we've even had people who were claiming themselves to be targeted individuals, but in reality, they were perps infiltrating and causing a stir, trying to, flip the script on other targeted individuals. This guy called himself a targeted individual, yet he had a fucking mask on, covering his whole face in all of his videos. I don't know, man. This stuff, let me tell you something, man. You know that freaking stimulus check stuff? I've seen videos of what people were doing with that. And I'm disgusted. Seriously. I just don't know what to think, man. Any fellow real TIs out there, if you can hear me right now, you're not a criminal. You're not the problem. The problem is the individuals who sought us out, all of us, if we were targeted since we were children, and started messing with us with this programming bullshit since we were kids. We're not the problem. They are, because they messed with us to create whatever problem that developed out to where you see this of what they're doing. They'll create a problem and then they'll create a solution. They started the shit in the first place. So as a result of a person doing something, it's as a result as to what programming was laced onto that individual. That's what the shit is. It's a directive programming constructed to get people to do a certain thing, to basically turn certain people out, to literally blind the masses. That's what it is. That's what it is. It is a damn psyop. It's a damn corruptive psyop operation. You destroy the psyop, you destroy the organization, you will eliminate the problem for good. But they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know why so many crimes are being committed every freaking year. You want to know why this keeps happening? You want to know why we seem to keep having different types of criminals out in the streets? It's because you haven't gotten rid of the actual criminal. You're basically getting rid of the people who have been victimized by these weapons unknowingly, and it's gotten so bad because I've already talked about how they changed and used peer pressure as a way of brainwashing. How they literally try to convert your real true self into a self that they want to fit in. You are being programmed when that shit happens. You are being programmed through the television screens from when you watch certain things, through the subliminal messaging, through the flashing lights, which are so fast you won't even be able to see it with the naked eye. This stuff exists. If this wasn't around, people would not be doing the shit that is happening today. Yet we still have ignorant assholes still willing to back an organization like this that created this problem in the first place. And I'm curious, because the fact that they would go so far for it, I'm just curious, have these individuals have ever been desperate for trying to make ends meet? You want to know why you were desperate for that? Because of the same organization that you're helping now that created that problem so many months or years or weeks ago or days ago. That's why. I feel like I really needed to vent, and I did. But all fellow TIs out there, I want you all to hear me as I am talking to you now. We're not the criminals. We are all the victims. We're the victims in this situation. We're the victims because we're being beamed with directed energy weapons. We're the victims because we are under constant manipulation and constructed programming from these damn machines that they are using for legal experimental purposes. We are the victims in this. So any result of anything happening, it's the fucking oppressor's fault that shit even happened in the first place. So don't you dare ever fucking feel guilty about what these assholes about whatever you may have done in the past, don't even fucking feel guilty, because it's as a result of the damn programming that they illegally put you under that shit. You never signed up for that shit. You never fucking asked for that shit. They fucking did it anyway. They did it anyway. They didn't care. They didn't care that you were an innocent kid who was just minding their own fucking business, and they still went and did the shit anyway. So if that's the way that they view kids, right? So when it comes to these gang stalkers, what about their own damn children? What about them? I tell you what, they're signing them up right now for the exact same shit. And these kids have no fucking idea. They have no clue at all. None. I feel bad for them. I truly do. But these people are beyond evil. They're beyond evil, man, and they do not care. They don't. But in the end, this is just another result of the directed programming of which they were submitted to as well. Watching television. Growing up the way that they did. You see, they cast away their true self. That's why they're so fucking programmed. That's why they're so perfect for the system. Because they were programmed that way. They were programmed to be perfect for the system. To work against the masses. To blind the masses. To blind them and just giving these thoughts saying, oh no, your children are going to be fine when they go to school. They're going to be fine. No, they're not. Don't believe me? Parents, and I mean every parent out there. If you give 2 fucks about your kids, you will not send them to them damn schools. If you give a damn about your kids, you will not send them to the schools. You would not do that. Understand? The whole goal is to use people. That is it. Once they have what they want, they are done with you. They no longer need you. So what do they do with people they don't need? They submit them to the same torture and tyranny that they have submitted people who they could not control or had difficulty controlling. Can you imagine someone just being a kid? All of a sudden, every freaking person they try to make as a friend that's their own age turns out to be a part of the opposition from day one. And it's nothing but just constant bullshit, constant teasing, character defamation. High school, elementary school, it gets worse. Same thing with high school, all the way up until you're an adult and you got to deal with this shit, even in the workforce. Do people not understand how fucked up that is? I'm going to watch the rest of this video just to see what happens at the end. But some of the stuff that he said, I didn't have to watch the whole thing just to be able to tell that like half the shit he was talking about was bullshit. Because if he's defending the chemtrails, if he's talking any kind of negative stuff about a targeted individual in New York City, man, dude, did he at least leave a link to this guy's channel? Hang on, let me exit out. He didn't even leave a... Wait. Question is... This is a new avenue for me, targeted individual. For me, a targeted individual, but I think I've hit the mother load RT. Now, this is another person claiming to be a targeted individual. Are you serious? Are you... This is the... This guy's actually showing... Wow, dude. Okay. Out of curiosity, I don't see. So he's been doing this to not just one TI, but many, from what I'm seeing. Huh. I don't see. I'm not seeing any videos or proof of him being targeted. Normally, when it comes to targeted individuals, they leave brief descriptions as to what they film and what happened and what's going on. But people need to understand this shit. If you're not prepared to, you got to understand this stuff. It happens so fast. It's happening the minute you walk out of your home. It's happening the minute you walk through an aisle through the store. It's happening the very second of that. Again, the video that I made that goes back to where I'm leaving from home. That's one of the clearest perspectives that you will get. You see, they don't want us to have a dive bomb evidence of legit stalking. And what I mean by legit stalking, I'm talking about the video that they've assaulted me over to prevent from being able to send out to you guys. They destroyed a phone just to prevent me from submitting evidence, so they can continue doing what they're doing now. I'm confident that all targeted individuals are definitely, all real targeted individuals, we're going to heaven. I'm damn confident in that. Because we didn't start this. We never asked for it. But I believe that the Most High is definitely looking out for us in some ways, in some small ways. And there is good understanding there that a lot of this crap that's going on is not our doing. Again, a lot of the stuff that was happening, we didn't ask for it. We didn't ask to be beamed with directed energy weapons. We didn't ask to be programmed. We didn't ask to be blasted with chemtrails. We didn't ask to be under this tyrannical tyranny that is going on right now. We didn't ask for to be victims of 5G, directed energy weapons. We didn't ask to be gang stalked. We didn't ask for none of this. None of this. No one did. I tell you though, this, it's just, every time I see this, whenever they start to talk crap about targeting individuals, I never, ever see proof of targeting. I never see not one video on their channel that shows that they're being followed, stalked, harassed, or any kind, or being literally systematically watched, you know? And now they use this fake ass virus shit for an excuse to basically put gang stalking, which is basically has another name. Just targeted individuals call it gang stalking, but the real term for it is basically threat assessment teams and organized. I believe it was organized policing or community-based policing. That's the actual legal term for it. You could look. It's in the books. You could look that up. That's the actual basic terms for this. And if once you start to see that, and also a lot of people call it gaslighting whenever people start talking about this. They sometimes call it that, but its actual legal terms is community-based policing. You see, they use innocent legal means to do illegal shit. You know? They'll say, oh, we're doing this for the good of the people, but it's really for the bad of the people. They'll use little subliminal excuses to worm their way through the system to do their illegal shit. But you see, the system was already, it's been designed like this, man. It's been designed like this. And when these people wake up to understand that the system that they're following, that they're being paid off from, they literally promote this bullshit. When they realize that the system that they have worked so hard for is going to fail them and betray them, It's gonna be too late. You think people who you fucked over like that are gonna want you within their ranks? Fuck no. No. You was an asshole who cannot be trusted. Because you're following you're following and working for an opposition that has been illegally programming kids from a younger age. And as a result, we have to deal with this shit when we get older. We don't want to do the shit that they're trying to make us to do. But you gotta understand, constantly being fucking beamed and constantly fucking being manipulated on a daily basis, 24 fucking 7. I don't know what else to fucking tell you. Again, I say it again. I wish I was making this stuff up, man. I really wish I was. But this is too far real. The corruption, they have come out and did so many things right now that the corruption is real. People still haven't fully woken up to what really is out there, and I'm hoping that they will wake up soon. I get it, though. It's not easy to take all of this in from the start. You do question things like there's no way like certain things would happen. You see, that's the point. You were programmed to think that way. You think that it's a logical standpoint, but you got to understand, you're looking at what you just believe in a perspective of which they constructed for you. That's why I said it again, and I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. When it comes to peer pressure, this is their whole form of programming. They want to discard your true self to replace it with a program self of which they feel fits into their systematical, society. That's what it is. Man. As soon as if people don't understand why they call it Agenda 21, just wait for next year. You'll see why. Oh, you'll see. Because I guarantee you that what the time that year 2021 hits, it's going to be much worse than it is now. If it's not already. It's going to be much worse. You think this is bad? Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. They are going to open up the areas again. I don't know if people will be able to get out of U.S., but I'm calling for all TIs, all real TIs out there. We're gonna have to gather, man. We're gonna have to, if we want to survive and protect ourselves from this tyrannical. Because the one thing we cannot allow is the vaccinations. That's the worst case scenario. That's the worst thing. We can only do so much alone. But together, we are a lot stronger together than we are individually on our own. We are spreading different information out to go ahead and wake people up. Many different information to help get it across far and wide across the globe to wake people up as fast as we can. But people need to understand that what they've been told and what they've been taught was a lie. It was a lie. It was a systematical lie to put them in the blind, dumbed down situation to where they would not ever question their reality. You see, it's when you start to question the reality you were led to believe for all these years is when you truly wake up. When you start to question what's real and what's not real is when you finally start to understand and see what's really out there. That's why a lot of us were targeted since we were kids, because they knew we were the type of individuals, and they check out who's born, by the way, when they do this shit. They decide who they're going to target it and what type of subliminal program they're going to submit them to from an early age. A person doesn't even have a choice what kind of life they want to fucking live because of these assholes. Now, I can't say whether this guy is a perp or not, but just from seeing half the stuff that I'm seeing, it's too obvious that it's too obvious. But like I said, I'm not gonna set everything in stone yet. This is just based off of one video that I'm seeing, and this was literally not too long ago. Tell you the truth, I wasn't even meaning to find this damn video in the first place. What I was really doing, if you see, since you're seeing New York all over the place, under my recent list there, I've been trying. I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Why don't I try to see, since all this crap is happening in New York City, why don't I try to find targeted individuals' channels who are in New York City to see what's happening from their perspective, see what evidence they caught, you know? And lo and behold, I find this shit. I'm gonna leave, like I said, I'm gonna leave a link to both this channel so you can check this out for yourself. Not gonna play it. I could. You know what? Technically, this would count as a reaction. This would count as a reaction. So even though it's uploaded to the net, that's legal. So you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna play it for you all. Screw it.
Watching you. Well, RT from New York has taken it to a whole new level. G'day and welcome back to the channel. First things first, today is April the 23rd, St. George's Day. So happy St. George's Day to everybody in England and all of those expats all around the world. Happy St. George's Day. RT from New York City is a targeted individual.
Yeah.
He believes that possibly just about everybody is watching him. This video has been a little bit difficult to put together as RT only records in less than a minute snippets and he puts his observations in his descriptions so it doesn't really talk. There are 619 videos on his channel. So I've had to go through every single one to find out where he talks. Now, when he finds somebody that watches him, or he thinks is watching him, then he calls them a perp. So if you hear him say perp, that is who he thinks is watching him. I really hope you enjoy it. Let's have a look.
Okay, so basically you got these cats walking by right now, and there was one sitting there for a while, right? All of a sudden now he got his boy, so he feels a little tougher.
Hold on. I want to give the people a brief description as to what the situation here is. This is a term known as color-based harassment. What they would do is the perps would basically show up in the same exact color as if you're being hit with directed energy weapons and or remote neural monitoring, remote manipulation. They will use color coordination as a form of harassment to trigger thought-based patterns to get EEG data from from the stuff that they have laced you. Understand, they poison people's food, okay? Not just anybody's, but everybody's. They poison your food with this stuff. That's why I'm getting out the message for TIs out there. Please do not order no food out. Don't. Please don't do that. If you're gonna cook yourself some pizza, go to the freaking restaurant, buy yourself one from there, and then cook that. Or better yet, even better, make it from scratch. But don't go to a restaurant. Don't order from no damn Papa John's, from no Pizza Hut, from none of them, because they work for these assholes who are doing this. They will gladly poison your food with this bullshit, and they will lie about it. They will lie and literally act as if they didn't do anything, and they did do it. They will stalk you and claim that they're not stalking you. They will steal from you and claim that they're not stealing from you. And they will have people help cover it up. So I want people to please understand what the scenario with this. I'm literally just calling this out for what it is, for what this is. It may seem innocent that they're walking by, but the whole point is the color harassment. The colors. Keep an eye out on the color that they're all just so happen to be wearing. In this case, from what I'm seeing, they're all in black.
You know what I mean? They got the color codes on. You know what I mean? They're walking by and shit. So I'm just making sure I'm making a motherfucker famous right quick. You know what I mean? When I play games, I'll be put on blast. That's that. You know what I mean? So I'm out here doing what I gotta do, and they're doing what supposedly they think they gotta do. And they're gonna be on YouTube tomorrow for being the fags that they are. This is that old neighborhood watch bullshit. On the back of his jacket it said, stop the crooks. So they actually believe that this is what they're doing. They're calling targeted individuals crooks.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
This is from inside my apartment. Looking up at the sky, it's a clear blue sky. Supposedly, started off that way. And as the day goes on, you can see how the chemtrails are being laid up on the sky. And the difference between a chemtrail and a contrail is that a contrail eventually dissipates, while a chemtrail lingers and expands through time. And as I'm filming, there goes the plane continuing to throw out its chemtrails.
There are no such thing as chemtrails. What we see here is a contrail, or vapor trail. These are produced by aircraft travelling at miles above the Earth's surface. It is basically water vapour from the engine's exhaust combined with the low ambient temperatures of that height, which produce.
Hold on. People, remember, I hope y'all, I'm pretty sure you all have checked it out. Remember the video that I showed you? That basically showed you the inside of these planes that were basically dousing this stuff out? Did those planes not have freaking, have container contraptions all over it with hazardous written on it? Vapor is not hazardous. So why in the hell would they have containers on these planes with hazmat symbols? Can you explain that? Without further ado, I'm gonna let this go ahead, and I will go back to that video with the chemtrails so you can see again.
Clouds, or vapor trail. They're predominantly made of water in the form of ice crystals.
Throughout the sky, what they do is that eventually.
Hold on, it was at 3:45. Okay, let me no, not full screen. Go to my channel. Go there. Go to go to uploads. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. I think, was that an article or no, that was an actual video.
The tyranny and push back the lies. That's my honest.
No, that's the article. I need to go to the video. No. I need to find that video. No. I know I had it somewhere. I just need to find it. And no, it's not that far back. Go up a bit more. Nope. No, it's gotta be farther down. Where is no? Just give me a second to find it. It's somewhere around here. No, that's something else. Well, I'm not finding it, which is very strange. This is just another situation of how they hack into your stuff and just delete certain videos from your channels, and this does happen. This was like 35 minutes. I don't know. Chemtrails and the hidden point. Let me check this out.
And these photos were sent by an armed force. And what's interesting is that they proved all those folks that were saying that chemtrails didn't exist, that those were contrails or vapor or whatever, well, those people probably work for the government. You to know that chemtrails are real. I'm going to show you these pictures, folks, and I want you to share this right away. This is ultimate evidence that not only they are really chemtrailing our skies for quite a while now, it's evidence that they're using biohazard products. Okay, these are not just to geoengineer our skies. Okay, they are using these to do something else. Now, are they poisoning the skies? Most of you are going to say yes. But I'm curious, have you ever Googled smart dust? Smart dust is supposed to be a nanotechnology which is capable of doing a lot of things. It's controlled by computers, of course.
People, when it comes towards TIs, and this is why I'm telling every TI out there, even newly TIs, do not order out food, because that's what they're lacing in the food when they want to put you under remote neural monitoring and remote manipulation. That's where it's coming from, the smart dust. They put smart dust in people's food. They put smart dust, when they can get in your home, they'll put and lace this shit in your home.
And they throw it in the air and they do whatever they want. Okay, so they could be using this smart dust, whatever, to change the molecules in the air or whatever, produce holograms, cloak objects, make clouds, produce clouds, I don't know, whatever. I know our skies are definitely not the same anymore for quite a while now, for a couple of years or more. And
I think I left the link to the direct channel of that. No, I did not. But anyway, feel free to watch this if you want. That's just the evidence of the chemtrails. Now let's return back to that channel and watch the rest of the video there. We were like 3-something minutes in. I'm gonna skip this. Skip that.
Eventually there'll be like some type of like graph, tic-tac-toe pattern all across the sky. Okay, this is a part 2, continuation off the first chemtrail video that I was filming. As you can see, the chemtrails are now dissipating a lot faster, or at least giving the illusion that they are, because that's the point. So it can camouflage itself up there and people won't notice them as much. Before, they used to linger a lot longer.
There are no such thing as chemtrails. This will be covered in a later video.
So basically, here we have some type of city deal going on. They redid the ground, the floor, outside, as you can see. Fresh concrete and whatnot. And basically, there's no reason for it. You know what I mean?
How do you know? Are you a civil engineer that can prove that there is no need for a new pavement?
So I'm looking at all this right now, and I'm like, okay, what could be the reason for it? The only reason that I can see for it is that they're putting like some type of beacon in front of my building. Maybe it's just to mess with me a little bit, or just to let me know that they're watching or what I'm doing and whatnot on my YouTube channel, and what I've also been downloading. You know what I mean? So I'm just documenting and filming this for record, just to let everyone know that there's no need for this, groundwork of re-putting any cement on the ground. Alright? Alright, y'all, this is RT, T.I. New York City. I'm here with another brother, T.I., chosen by Ra, you know what I'm saying? And we in the park, you know, we're in Manhattan, we're in my stomping grounds, and just showing around, you know, the SAT surveillance that's already out here. You know, you probably can't really see much because I don't have the zoom in lens.
Hold on. People need to understand the whole thing about the PSYOP is that it's meant to be to the people who are not, you know, seeing this stuff from the perspective of a targeted individual. It's meant to be camouflaged so that you don't see it as something, you know, so you don't see it as something obvious. You only see it as something just, well, like, well, they're just doing whatever they're doing. They're just minding their own business. Wrong. It's meant to give off that illusion that they are. That's the point.
But these people are already out here, and my brother chosen by Ra and myself. Yeah, my brother chosen by Ra just pointed out the fact that dragonflies out here flying around us are actually drones, mini drones that got cameras in them.
A dragonfly is typically, as we see,
Hold it. I talked about how they were using insects for this stuff. You want to know the rest of it? Look at my guide channel. I got plenty of videos that go into full detail about that. There are people talking about how they, giving descriptions of how this stuff actually is. There are targeted individuals who have caught these things. No joke. There are targeted individuals out there who have literally caught them. Caught some of their drones, caught some of the dragonflies, literally, and collected these. And let me tell you, these are not ordinary things, man. They're not. He's only going to show you what an actual insect looks like, but he's not going to show you the one that they are using for their PSYOP bullshit.
Here, anything from 1 to 4 inches in length. Now, this is the typical image of a dragonfly, as you can see here. Thin body, small head, 4 wings. And see there, and there, and there. So, how small is the smallest drone? Well, the smallest drone is this one here. It comes out of the University of Pennsylvania, and it is roughly the size of a quarter. How big is a quarter? A quarter is roughly an inch in diameter.
Again, they only show you what they want you to see, not what they don't want you to see. When it comes to technology, it is far more advanced than you know. Far more advanced. But they're not going to tell you about it, and they're not going to show you about it. Same thing as how they're not even going to tell you that zero point energy exists. They're not going to tell you that. They're not even going to show you that. No. And if they do show you that, it's only meant to use as a scapegoat for their bullshit. But they won't leave it around for you to be able to, you know, catch up with it. Oh, no. No.
Diameter. But as you can see, the design of this thing is your standard type of drone, round, with a camera mounted on top. Could not possibly be dragonfly shaped.
And they have been flying around us mostly. But when I pull out the camera, they kind of, you know, go away. That's what he, you know, chosen by Rob pointed out.
No shit.
And then you got your perps, you see, with the freaking white earbuds, walking with the shades. So your man right here is trying to act like, you know, he ain't doing nothing but just walking by. But we already know what time it is.
Maybe he is just a guy walking by.
Perp City, you know. Alright, this is RTTI New York City. Just want to show the perps right quick. Alright, you see them posted up. They got children, man. You know, it's ridiculous, man. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. You know? So they have them posted, just chilling. You know what I mean? Doing their thing or whatever, as you can see, right? Color codes and all that.
I I want people to be pay close attention. Notice how most of these individuals, these perps, are mostly on their phones and they have earpieces in. I understand like the phone and stuff is addictive, but like when it comes to these perps, the majority of them really are on their phones. Usually, when it comes to surveying a target, they will always dart their eyes at their phones. Not all the time, but most of the time.
And walking around in the park, beautiful day, nice weather, got the geese flying and all that. Perp, you know what I'm saying? Got your father and son combo coming this way.
Understand when it comes to that, the way he just did that, people, we're going through this every day. Every day. And it doesn't stop. So the aggravation in any form is actually justified.
The kid just swiped his head, did the whole famous hair swipe thing. You know, I like to know if they train them together. You know what I'm saying?
That's low even for you. Children as a perp, or should I say surveillance operative?
Probably do. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like that. I don't agree with that. But you know what? What can we do? You know what I'm saying? Perp too. Yeah, man, I just wanted to show y'all that right quick. I was actually trying to catch somebody else. You see this guy that's sitting down right here? This is the guy one.
Here's the problem, though. The way he's doing the surveillance, it's not gonna... You see, this is what I was talking about. They would go after targeted individuals who are not doing their reconnaissance the right way. What I mean by the right way of doing your reconnaissance is not reacting. You don't talk. Even when I was doing my grocery shopping video, I wasn't supposed to be talking. You see, I wasn't meaning to talk, but over time, I just couldn't help it, you know? But as you would see that video, it's too obvious. You see, they're not going to ever talk about videos like that. They're not going to go to channels with obvious evidence like that because they want to use channels that have evidence that's not too obvious to you to use as a way to degrade and discredit us. That's the point. They're not going to go to Nappy Headed Roots' channel and use his content as a means of trying to say, oh, well, like the stuff that they're doing. Let me show you guys just a prime example of what I'm talking about. You see how he's using that? But watch when I go over to Nappy Headed Roots' channel. You're going to see a major difference here. A big difference. Go down a bit more. There's one, but that's not the one I wanted to show you guys. The one I wanted to show you guys, as you see the red that he's wearing, that's the color-based harassment thing. They will show up. This is the video I wanted you to see.
And kept my soul alive. I'm singing for the ones who have been broken. I'm singing for the lovers and the tattooed priests.
They don't want you to see shit like that.
Hey, what you say?
That's like 7 minutes. Hang on, go back.
Motherfuckers like running in the street while I'm driving. You want to run in the middle of the street while I'm driving, motherfucker? Huh?
Bruh,
What?
I'm not running to you.
Why you doing that, brother?
Doing what?
Why you running in the street with your pants down
Why
like
you
that,
telling
man?
me I'm sagging?
No, you're not
You see what
sagging.
I'm
You got
saying?
your pants down like that, man. That
People, that is what we call a booty bandit. These individuals do this to show off their ass in public, okay? If you're not familiar with the term swag means, the term swag means secretly we are gay. That's what that term means. I'm not calling myself that. I'm just giving you an example of what that term is. Now, sagging comes from the penitentiary prison. People who were homosexuals would sag to give other guys easy access, if you know what I'm talking about. So what they did was they used that as a way to trick the unintelligent youths into thinking that the shit was cool. All of a sudden, now you got a whole bunch of teenagers doing this shit. Not just them, but adults too. And half of them didn't even know what the shit was. They just thought it was just a fashion statement. But they didn't realize, they didn't know that technically that was basically a hidden message stating that you were into dudes. Whenever I go out, I get accused of being a homosexual, and I'm not even attracted to guys. I'm attracted to women. I love women. You think I can date? You think I could go out and find a woman right now without having to worry about these assholes either trying to get her to turn against me or try to target her too? I'm not the only one when it comes to a relationship situation here. There's plenty of other TIs who would love to go and find themselves an individual partner, but with the targeting, you don't want to submit somebody to that because they're either gonna turn against you or they're either gonna try to use that person against you, or they're gonna target that person as well. And in some cases, some people have died. Okay. Stewart Targeted Citizens channel, they killed his wife as a result of this bullshit. Not the one he's with now, but his deceased one, the one before he got the woman he was with before the one he has now. Another thing that they'll like to do, they'll send these people to intentionally walk in front of you to bend their ass over. That's some of the other things that they will do. Just simple shit. Simple shit that's out of the way, but it's set up to be in this perspective of your view site. Let me give you a prime example. Let me go back to my channel. Wait, is this thing still going? Awesome, it's still going. Let me go here, go to public uploads, go down. Let's get it. It's definitely somewhere around here. Yep, there it is.
Gloves, please. All of this. But that borax is coming with me, though.
You see how that only got like 1 like? Come on, man. There's multiple people who saw it. I got way more than 27 views on this video. I know I do. But you think the enemy's going to want me to know that? No.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know they sold that. That is definitely not toilet tissue I'm seeing. No, they sold. If I can get it, that's coming with me. Gotta be something. Fly swatter. That shouldn't. Yup, Guillotine Borax. Damn. I'll be damned. That.
See, I had to use a tool just to get in. There was only 1 box on that shelf. That was intentionally done by them. Now watch when I actually leave out from my apartment. I'm leaving from my apartment, okay?
Okay, it is 4, 5. Next, there's gonna be. Okay, it is 4, 5, 20. It's around like between 6 and 7, like around 6:40. Just it's kind of blurry. Fix that. Awesome. Kind of messed up on the writing there, but everything else is fine. This is my rent for this month, and put it in a Dropbox here. As you can see, for rent, there is a camera up there, probably two, that shows my location. And wow, this thing is like overstuffed. I don't like the looks of that because, okay, awesome. They need to fix that. This thing is like jam-packed. But anyway, I wanted to get that down so that I have evidence that it did pay the rent. I'm gonna head over to the, well, you know, the perps already know where I'm gonna go, so I'm not even concerned about that. I wanted to say this in this other video, but I gotta try to like calm myself down when it comes to this, because it's like when they try to really use this thing to excite the crap out of you, you know? It's crazy. Some of my armor, so let me fix that. Wow. Seen a few channels of a lot of people, you know, preaching about God. Some channels, people preaching about Yahweh. We're definitely in the spiritual warfare though today. Not just today, but this current generation and the next is going to be in a massive spiritual warfare. And it's going to be something of unlike anything we have seen before, you know? I want all fellow TIs to understand, like, you need to be very careful and, right now, because it seems like their tactics seem to be... Right there. You see that? How they came out of the bushes like that? That's what I'm talking about. They do shit like that as soon as you're already... There's people watching and keeping an eye out for you when you're leaving and going from a certain spot. From when you're... Whether you're going to a store, whether you're leaving home. They are watching and keeping an eye on you. Keeping an ear out on you. Mind you, this was 4 weeks ago when this happened. Now watch what's going to happen. How they stems straight up towards, well, intimidation. Just to get you to do something, you know? Seems to just be... You see how it was, like, they were just right there all of a sudden on that side? How they had to, like, bend themselves over the railing and shit? And it's in my point of view as I'm just nonchalantly minding my own business. You don't think that shit's not obvious? Let's fast forward this for a bit when I'm in the store. Just so you can see. I want to get this right when I'm walking. Yeah, right there, right there. Go back. Control over you. Only for my protection, all right? Ain't no weirdness going on out there, just for my own protection and ensure everybody keeping to themselves, no bullshit, and that's just it. Just for the record, I don't personally know any of the people here, okay? Not a single one. With that said, I'm gonna, because remember, it's all about trigonometry with them. All about getting a response and all about getting you to talk. Okay, it doesn't really matter what juice I get, just as long as... Okay, yeah, I get that. Awesome. You see that guy in the white shirt right there? I'm gonna back up a bit. Pay attention to what he does. only for my protection. That's it. So let's grab one. Oh, just for the record, it's all about trigonometry with them.
He slightly leans himself forward in my line of view. Pay attention, because there's going to be more people doing the exact same shit. There's even going to be a guy in a gray shirt doing the exact same thing, but he's going to be having himself posted at the end of the aisles. As I'm just so happen to be going up towards the edge of the aisle is when he starts to move. He doesn't move until I end up at the edge. This didn't happen just once. This happened multiple times, and he even did it whenever, precisely when I had my direction turned towards a specific aisle. The guy did this 2 or 3 times.
All about getting a response and all about getting you to talk. Okay, it doesn't really matter what juice I get, just as long as... Oh, okay, yeah, I get that. Okay. Awesome. Shield is showing. I gotta really fix that. That's not good. If I had to take a guess, I think when it comes right down to the situation, because I had asked, right? I had asked the people at the job that I work at, right? And well, strangely enough, and why is this crap? Okay, that's sticky. I'm not grabbing that. Someone must have literally just bursted open one of these things right on the spot. Wow.
The guy, gray shirt, black pants.
What I found was odd. See the convenience there? As soon as I left the freaking aisle, it's just convenience that the person did that shit, right? It's as soon as I leave the aisle. As soon as I leave the aisle. As soon as I leave the aisle, a stunt like that gets pulled. Now, if that's not coincidence, I don't know what the fuck it is, okay? Again, I should not be responding.
Watch this.
But that's just the gist of what's going on, you know? That's what they do. See that shit? Again, more.
Same guy. I just did a complete U-turn and went down a completely different aisle. So you mean to tell me that guy didn't fucking just so happen to just push himself down that area? And no, he fucking ran with his cart in hand to rush to get on that side to do the exact same shit. That's
convenience. And then the script gets flipped to where I'm supposed to be the oppressor in this bullshit, right? Yeah, no. Not by a long shot. You see this stuff here? I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little lesson on what to avoid. You see the Teddy Graham stuff right there?
All those cookies have nothing but high fructose corn syrup in it. Any cheese snack up on there has canola oil in it. The high fructose corn syrup is basically an ingredient that is made by these scientists, the same assholes who are also working with putting the chemtrails in your skies. This stuff is high in sugar, which is what the vaccinations of. It's the crown virus, dude. It's the crown fucking virus. This shit loves off of sugar. Basically, the smart dust is the crown virus. This stuff goes for that sugar. That's why they have high fructose corn syrup, because it's high in sugar value. It's high in that. They want you to be consuming that because that's what makes the directed energy weapons even worse. You think they stop there? No. They go into your fucking hygiene products, your bar soaps, your fucking detergent, your fucking hair gel, your fucking shampoo and conditioner, and they put toxified ingredients in this stuff.
There, that's gonna have your excuse me. That's gonna have your high fructose corn syrup in it. You don't believe me? By this, people who have been chosen. Again, the convenience of the situation. Did I tell this mofo to do that shit? No. So, to all those who see this.
Now, I would get if he's working and stacking something up, but he's not doing that. He's not stacking anything. And for anybody who would question this, if they're stacking something, they would have like a cart or some boxes nearby as they're stacking it. If they were fixing something, it would have been obvious. Clearly they would have already been done. But it's something that's happening as I'm passing by. That's something that's meant for me to see. That's the point. That's the point, not just for me, but for every other target individual out there.
Understand, this shit's not coming from me. What they're saying is a bunch of, BS. And the lies they're spreading is a bunch of BS. And this whole thing is basically an overt service type of operation that they're hiring random people throughout the neighborhood to basically survey people who they are afraid would expose the full corruption of what's going on. And what I mean by this, people who have been chosen since birth on, who they were afraid of, that would actually expose them for the perpetrators of what they are. And I should not be responding right now, dude. I really shouldn't. This is what I've been trying to warn other TIs, but it's like now I gotta take my own damn advice, which I should have been doing from the start. But normally I'm usually just used to that, I'm usually just used to that. No sugar, gotta stay off of that. If you're wondering about like other things, avoid milk. Milk has that calcium that they are claiming is good for you. No. Think about it. Why would you want, if you got to decalcify your pineal gland, why the hell would you drink or, consume calcium? Think about that. Meat.
Another known fact, you don't ever see another animal drinking milk from another animal besides its own kind. I want people to process that information. Us as people, don't females produce milk? Think about that. So do you still think the milk that you've been drinking is actually meant for actually appropriate for consumption? I don't.
A lot of genetics that they put in that. A lot of random genetics that they put in that, I might add. I haven't tried blueberry yet. Now, I don't think this is organic. I'm hoping on nutrient facts. Really? Oh well. Now these should be fine because these actually look like they plucked the seeds out. It don't matter. It's like 4. So it's like 4? 3? Nah, that's 2. I'll take the berries, but not the blueberries. Okay, so I'm looking at, I think it's like $2 a piece. Let me check the price range on that, so I'm not buying too much. I'm not even off until, like after tomorrow.
That woman doesn't move until I start moving nearby and she's on her phone. That's a person who's basically what's going on. She's not talking to anybody, she's listening. The person she's listening to is the person who is watching me from a faraway distance, who is giving her instructions on what to do. Now, you see, the entire time, the person she's listening to could be behind me. They could be anywhere. They could be looking through the cameras throughout the fucking surveillance system in the store. They go that far.
Now, a lot of this stuff is based off of choice reference patterns. So, in other words, you don't want to get the same thing every time when you go to the store or a random location. You want to kind of like mix it up. Because each time you're picking an item, they're reporting to their handlers everything that you're grabbing. They're keeping an eye out on everything that you're doing.
Notice the red shoes.
And they're reporting to their handlers everything that you are buying. Now I'm going about my way here, minding my business.
Now, that whole scenario of them gathering up, they're involved, dude. All three of them are involved. And that's a common scenario of camouflage that they use as means to basically, they cause a scenario of discrediting. But also, you notice how, like, as soon as I was getting ready to pass through that area, how they just so happened to just block that area and I had to go around. They do mindful stuff like that. That's what they do. That's what they do. They intentionally create a blockade to construct a scenario. The whole trick of this is to literally reject the scenario, reject the programming, reject their bullshit, and go on about your day. The more you do that, it doesn't work for them. When you reject the shit, it doesn't work. They cannot stand that.
Understand the coincidence of this. Understand the obviousness of this on what they're doing, on how their operation works, how they have people strategically set up to show up at specific times and specific locations according to where you are walking to and going to and coming from. Also, how about the bullshit that they're lacing around on their hands? Here's the deal. If I was to start going and start doing forensics on this, and the person's obviously seen on camera lacing that, and I get the substance and actually do biologics on this, right? Now, again, I walked away and I went over to where myself is at in this aisle, all the way away from there. That kid should be with his parents. Did I tell him to come over here? No. He came over here on his own accord because why? They told him to do it. Now, I'm going over here. Ooh, excuse me. If you're wondering, they laced this stuff here just now. I can already tell because they're gonna go after stuff you would normally go after. And I find it funny how they're just so comfortable with doing this kind of shit on camera. They're seen doing this. Now I can go straight into biology and freaking forensics and chemistry, and actually do a swab and do a test and see that was that those said items were laced, and then I can demand to actually get those people questioned as to what the hell they would think they were doing when they did this, because that's a substance that should not be present. Be mindful of your items when you're purchasing stuff, because they'll I think.
Now, what this woman did, she basically broke their own fucking protocol. The people in this store, I've seen plenty of them not even wearing masks, but they're forcing people to wear masks. I even walked around in this exact same store and they didn't even have a fucking, a sanitation station set up. They didn't. They got that fucking comfortable. I'm like, no fucking way. They thought I wasn't going to record that shit? Bullshit. Bullshit. I did record it. By the time I was on my way out, they quickly had already set this shit up. Why? Because it's the dumbed down the masses trying to say, oh, no, we got the station. When I questioned the manager about this shit, they're like, oh, we're not required. We're not required to. How in the fuck do you explain that? Why is it that they would go as far as on national television or at the government, literally demanding people to wear this shit, and if you don't fucking wear it, they charge your ass $20,000. How the fuck they gonna say that, and then these assholes come up saying, "Oh, well, like we're not required to." That sounds off, don't you think? But what this lady does, I want you to pay attention because the last time she did this shit, you're gonna hear where I'm going in. I'm gonna explain it just now, but I want you all to hear this.
Miss, could you use some gloves, please? Thank you.
Now the woman coming from the side, she's involved in the stalking shit. They instructed her to fucking show up if I was to tell her to put fucking gloves on, to literally say, well, like, why don't you just use the hand sanitizer? If you guys don't know what the fuck is really in that hand sanitizer. Now for me, I don't have to worry about it because I literally wash my hands with fucking baking soda afterwards, so it literally puts the shit in void. But you don't want that coating to literally sit, because that stuff doesn't you don't want that stuff on your skin because your skin is an organ. You need to understand that it absorbs what you put on it. If you don't know what the toxified ingredients that's in hand sanitizer and shit like that, check out my main channel, MM's Strategy Guide. It has all the information about that you need to see.
And guess what? I don't want the food.
Oh yeah, because it's cross-contamination.
That's it. The gloves show.
Is that how you touched your drink the other day after? You handled my.
I sanitized.
No. You sanitized, then you touched the cup, then you touched my groceries. That's cross-contamination, and it's funny coming from someone who likes to talk about cross-contamination, but would do that. Don't you find it a little bit strange?
Might not have been me.
No, that was you. Definitely you. What's that on the? What is that?
Charlie, can you check him out?
See that? See how she just immediately just switched me over to somebody else because she didn't like me asking questions? You see that shit? Now, when you literally expose them, right? They don't like that shit. They don't.
No, it'd be fine. It'd be fine.
Now then, the counter there, they have the what's that? The fucking what is that? The customer service desk. There's a room behind that counter. I don't know if they keep the smart desk on the counter itself. I don't think they do. But what they would do is they would have someone go. If I go over there, they're gonna have someone go into that room, lace their hands, and come back out, and then touch my items. They have done this like several different times to where they will have someone either come up to the cashier with a random fucking product out of nowhere saying, well, I need you to touch this. They will even have another fucking person who will literally walk by, touch the counter, who has their hands laced with this shit while I'm being beamed with the energy. By the way, this nanotech, the smart dust is attracted to non-iodized radiation. If they're beaming you with this, where do you think they're going to go? I could show the rest, but I'm just going to end it there. That's all I really need you to see. Now, with that out of the way, let's continue back to the other video here. Let me make sure we're still recording. Yes, we are. Awesome. Okay.
Sitting down right here, this is the guy I wanted to get his shirt. The Superman symbol, the insignia. I noticed that a lot on people. You know what I'm saying? Mostly Perps. How you doing, man? Nice shirt. I like that shirt. Is that a new perp thing? Yeah, I'm just wondering, is it a new perp thing? Like a new symbol that the perps are wearing now? The Superman symbol?
No.
No? It's just a shirt, right?
Yeah, just a...
You're just acting naive, right? Yeah, I know. Take care, brother.
Okay.
I like your shirt. Yeah, man, so...
The color coordination, from what I've been... from the information I found out from other fellow TIs, when it comes to these Masons, they use blue as the color of war, and they use the color red as the color of blood sacrifice. This is all satanic based. So these people working for these Masons and shit, for these organizations, they're aligned with satanic culture because they're accepting the shit that they're doing. Who do you think really is going to go to hell? Because it seems pretty obvious.
That's pretty much what I wanted to do right there. And pass by one last time and show the geese. That's a beautiful sight. See, we go from perp activity to playing games with them psychologically to showing a beautiful sight like that. See that?
Hey, what about those geese? Are they trained herps?
Think about that. They could do the same thing that they do from the RNM, remote manure monitoring, the remote manipulation. They do the same thing. They can do the exact same thing to animals too. And they have done this. They have. The smart dust can be used not on just a human being, but an animal as well. The same thing works.
Then, of course, we got the government perp retired right here. See? Not sure if he's ex-Marine, ex-Navy, Army.
No disrespect to that gentleman there, but does he really look ex-military?
That's the point.
Whatever he is, he's on YouTube now. The RTTI in New York City, about to hit the corner. So y'all already know. Okay, we got a car here on the corner, parked. That's definitely one of them.
Ah, yes, but I think you'll find he's stuck at a red light.
Got the white earbuds on, you probably can't see it. Trust me, that's what that was. And you got a cab parked over there. It's probably more than likely one of them too.
Oh my God, a cab. One of 13,327 cabs in New York City.
Huh? It's pretty dead actually tonight.
Color manipulation. Now, if you don't believe that they don't fuck around with the transportation systems, let me go over to another vid for you to see. And I'll show you evidence that yes, they do fuck with the transit systems, the all types of stuff like that. They do fuck with that. They do.